YouTube? It's Young Men's Daily Red Pill. Thank you guys for clicking on today's video. Back with another video. Today's video topic, we're going to be answering some Patreon subscribers' question. And if you're not a part of the Patreon yet and you have any questions that you want me to answer, it would be much appreciated if you join the Patreon to ask me your questions, or if you need a consultation or any clarity, any advice, we can talk one-on-one and I can hopefully answer your questions to the best of my ability, to the best of my knowledge and my experience. And hopefully this topic and this question answers some of your guys' questions that are out there. So I'm just going to read this question and hopefully it answers and it helps someone else out there that maybe is going through a similar situation that we can all relate to. So he says, "Hey YMDRP, I wanted to start off by saying I'm grateful to have discovered your content and I've learned quite a bit from you. Thank you, my brother. I'm glad that I'm able to help you. I'm grateful for this platform. I know I always go in on the internet being not a good, useful source of information all the time, but this Red Pill community and understanding female nature has saved a lot of men's lives, and having a community like this is something I am grateful for. You've helped me a lot in my life. A little bit of background info for my situation. I discovered the Red Pill almost 5 months ago, mid-relationship. Been dating this girl for 2 years now, and she and I were both in the military. She got separated and went back to New York and did college, and I finished my contract a couple months ago. Okay, so you know me, I'm not a long distance guy. I've had two serious relationships that were long distance, and I got cheated on both times. So I am not a good person to, I'm not a good person. I'm not a person that believes in long distance relationships and will speak highly of them, okay? I don't care if she's in the military, I don't care if you're in the military. I don't trust women that are not within 5 miles of me, okay? And I will not date a woman in a serious committed relationship that's far away from me, that lives far away from me. In a long distance relationship, I won't do it. I will not do it. Especially these women in the military. One of the women that I'm talking about that I had experience with, she wanted to go join the military, and she ended up joining the military, and that was when she ended up cheating. So he goes on and says, "We spent most of our relationship long distance. Not a good thing. I obviously got a lot more curious to check her phone and everything when I found the red pill. Good. So I did, and I found nothing." Well, if she has this, dude, you just because you found nothing doesn't necessarily mean that she cheated. I'm not saying she did. I'm just saying though, dude, you have to understand the time we live in, the social media apps that are out there. I mean, Snapchat, this is what girls do, all right? They'll download Snapchat and they'll add a bunch of guys wherever they are. She's in the military. Maybe she adds a bunch of military guys on her phone, on her Snapchat, and she can message those guys back and forth. And number one, Snapchat messages, if you don't save them, they delete automatically. But let's say that she deletes the messages, but their name's still there on the Snapchat, because you can still see their name with the little profile avatar. What she can do is just unfriend that guy, and she could tell that guy personally, or she just doesn't even have to tell that guy that she's gonna unfriend him when you come in town, or when you visit her, or when she flies back, and there's no evidence of it. And then she could delete the app, all right? So I would go check to see if she's already downloaded Snapchat, or if she has any social media at all right? That's how I roll. Like, if she has a social media, I don't trust her. I don't trust her. Like, she cannot be exclusive with me with the social media. And I won't take her serious, at least. And that's how I think a lot of you guys should roll, because there's so many opportunities on social media for her to cheat. And you don't want to be caught looking stupid when you have this red pill knowledge, this red pill information. But that's good that you look through her phone. But I'm saying, just because you didn't find anything doesn't mean it's not out there. Does not mean that she's still not cheating on you. These women are very crafty, they're very sneaky. You should watch my video I made on how women cheat on social media. Very eye-opening. It comes right out of the horse's mouth. A woman explains exactly how women cheat on social media. All right, they have apps that can hide messages. They use different apps such as WhatsApp, such as the hide calculator, all these different ways that they can hide their messages and hide their profiles from you when you check through their phone because they look like normal apps, all right? So I don't know if you've seen that video or not, but it's very eye-opening. It might help your situation. I would look into it. I'll link the video in I'll link it in the cards on the top of the screen. She treats me well and has treated me even better these past few months of me applying the red pill to our relationship. Of course. Because now she's chasing your validation, not the other way around. You're the prize. I like that. Even before I found the pill, I wanted to steer shy of marriage. Everyone I know has had a bad experience, and from what I know now, I understand why. She wants to marry and have kids by 25 to 30. I told her that I don't believe in that system and that even with prenups, I still wouldn't be comfortable with it. It sucks because I want kids one day as well. But if she and I don't see eye to eye, then I'm gonna have to break it off. Well, sometimes you gotta be a man, all right? You gotta be a man, you gotta just man up and even if it hurts her feelings, even if it doesn't make her feel good, you have to be a man and break things off. You know, you have to think about yourself, all right? You have to think about, why am I with this woman? If I see where my trajectory with life is going is different than where she wants our trajectory to go, then you know what? I'm gonna have to go my own way and do my own thing right now. Now I know you took the red pill in the middle of your relationship, but you have to be conscious of the fact that you are still the mental point of origin in your life. That's what you should be, okay? So if you don't see a future with her, if you don't see a future with this woman, you have to be able to man up and end things, okay? Now, I know it's difficult, and I know that you like this woman. I'm sure you've shared a lot of intimate experiences with this woman, but at the end of the day, you have to look out for yourself, okay? You have to be able to man up and get what you want out of this relationship, and hopefully not make her ever want to press charges against you, but you have to eventually leave this woman because you guys are not aligned. What makes it worse is that I can't even be around her family for 5 seconds without them asking when I'm going to marry to her or propose. Her parents are pressuring you because they understand her past and they understand you're a high value man and they think that you will be stupid enough to marry her. They think you will, but you're not. You're a smart guy, right? Or you wouldn't have sent this email, or you wouldn't be up on Red Pill content. Where do I leave off? She herself doesn't talk about it as much, but they do. What bugged me even more was seeing how her sister and her mom treat their husbands. Like I said, I talked with the sister's husband after they argued right in front of us, and it just made me feel that if I stick around any longer, I just end up in the same situation. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You would. You'd be the beta male provider, and you would be not getting a lot of sleep. No one would really care about you. You would just be an object in the house, okay, that comes out, that takes Christmas card pictures, that takes Thanksgiving pictures, that takes family pictures. You'll be off on the side. There will be the kids and the wife in the middle. You'll be off on the side. You're going to be paying for the damn pictures, paying for the postcards to be sent out to the family. You're just a prop in that household, all right? And I'm glad that you emailed me and we could talk about this before it's too late. I just want to know your perspective on how I should process or proceed with this talk or breakup. Would it even be worth trying to tell her I just want to have a normal relationship without marrying, or should I just cut it off? It doesn't have to be a video since it's kind of an overused topic, and I actually talked to him about it. He said it's okay if I made a video on it. I just kept him anonymous. So yeah, how would what's my perspective on how you should proceed with this talk or breakup? What you need to do is tell her exactly what you want. All right, you need to just tell her, be a man, man up, and tell her exactly what you want. Say, I don't believe in marriage, or if I want to stay with you in this long-term situationship, we're not going to have kids and we're not going to get married. And you have to just stick with it, all right? You can't waver off from that. You can't say that now and then the next day you switch up, or a month from now you switch up, or her family keeps applying pressure and then you feel like trapped and like a little rat in a cage and you eventually give in. Nah, you have to stick with what you say right now. So what you're gonna say is exactly, and whatever you feel, because I don't necessarily know how you feel, but you're gonna tell her, not her parents. You're gonna tell her because you're in a relationship with her, not her parents. If she has an issue with that, you know, if she's being influenced by her parents, by her friends, by outside people that aren't in a relationship, you have to end this, okay? You have to, because she's gonna either pick you or them, not the other way around. And a lot of times the parents and the friends, they have a negative influence on her, okay? So, and at the end of the day, it's all about your happiness as a man. And oh God, I'm gonna get you, that's such bad advice and that's so narcissistic. No, it's actually all about you as a man in the end of the situation. Whatever you want, you go get it, man. So if you want to have kids when you're 50 years old, then you plan to have kids when you're 50 years old. If you don't want to have kids ever, if you don't ever want to get married, you go live your life however you want to do, get a vasectomy, whatever it is. It's up to you though. You got to man up and stick with whatever you say though. All right, you got to stick with it. So how you proceed with this breakup is, I would ask her, I would tell her exactly how you feel. I would tell her the current climate of where you see this relationship headed, and by judging how she reacts to that, how she responds, I wouldn't break up with her necessarily in that situation, okay? What I would do is I would get a read on it and see if she acts like kind of nasty, if she kind of gets really aggressive with you and kind of maybe a little violent. I don't know her character, all right? I don't know her character. If she maybe gets a little out of pocket, you start to see flashes of maybe this woman's a little crazy. If I do break up with her in person, I would break up with her over the phone, okay? But you gotta put feelers out there to kind of see where she is, all right? And regardless of the situation, I would still break up with her over the phone just because it could be dangerous potentially, all right? It could be dangerous. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. I've had dangerous situations with in-person breakups. But at the end of the day, it's all about your happiness as a man. So however you go about this has to align with where you see your future going. Yeah, you have to be an asshole, and you don't necessarily have to care about her feelings, okay? And her parents' feelings. You have to think about what's good for me in this situation. And what's good for you, it sounds like, is to not be married, even if there's a prenup, which I completely agree with, because, you know, they could throw out that prenup when it comes to a divorce, potentially. You know, we see this happen all the time. So at the end of the day, you just gotta be a man and just break up, all right? You just have to break up, and whatever breaking up means for you, I would just tell her like, hey, listen, this is where I'm standing with things. I feel like we are not aligned with this, that, and the third, with the kids and the timing in life and where I see myself and where you see yourself. And at the end of the day, I've had a great time with you. We've learned from each other's experiences and we've grown in certain aspects. You always want to make it positive, a little bit of positive. And then it's like the sandwich effect. So a positive, it's like layer number one with the sandwich. I appreciate the quality time that we spent together. We've learned a lot from each other. We have some good experiences. Layer two, where the meat is. Unfortunately, where we are right now, it does not align with where I see my future and what I want out of life. But and then reinforcement underneath to complete the sandwich, some more bread underneath. But I think you're a good woman and you'll be great for someone else in the future, okay? You'll be great in someone else's life, and another man out there will be blessed to have you. Because you always want to end it on a good note, all right? Whether you feel that way or not, you always want to end it on a good note. Or she could come back knocking on your door 15 years later and try to claim something against you. So you always want to end it on a good note, all right? Even if you don't really necessarily believe it, you have to be thinking smart, all right? You have to be moving wise, but at the end of the day, you got to man up and you got to break up because that's what you want to do, all right? If she doesn't align with what you want, then it has to be over.